better than
Josh
Lamar.
Josh is a scarier football player than Lamar Jackson. Lamar ain't gonna he'll embarrass you, but it's different. Josh might run you over. There's nothing more dehumanizing than running you over. Josh is scarier than Lamar.
Anything, I think, is levels to this, man. And I think Josh Allen is on a different level than Lamar. I think I will put Josh on tier 2. I will put Lamar on tier 3.
And I love Lamar, but we go into that game, I mean, I think Josh throws the ball a lot better than Lamar runs than Josh. You get what I'm saying?
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Like Superman running out of the locker room. Jackson, first down, touchdown. And here comes Lamar Jackson.
Not bad for a running back.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when, quarterbacks like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady would face off, and how everybody would just talk about how great both the quarterbacks are and how great a game it's going to be and how excited they were to watch it. You remember those days? Clearly those days are over. Not completely over, just pretty much over when any of these quarterbacks these days face Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes can go up against Joe Burrow. Josh Allen can go against Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Even Justin Herbert will get that kind of praise. Anytime anybody is brought to facing Lamar Jackson in the game, it's always the same thing. It's gotten old, but they still feel the need to talk about it.
Now, Josh throws the ball better, right? Now, let's compare this. Now, how big is that gap from him throwing to Lamar?
We just got to sit here and listen to them basically tear down Lamar Jackson and say how better the other guy is and just rip him up for no reason. And I love how they always say how they got no disrespect to Lamar Jackson. We love Lamar Jackson. We're not taking anything away from him as they take things away from him. Now, Buffalo was coming in hot, and everybody and their mama was picking them to just continue that, to going on in Baltimore and to just destroy them because of how they've been performing and everything they've been doing, especially Josh Allen. The Bills going in and scoring no less than 30 points a game. They destroyed the Jaguars the week before. So automatically we assuming and saying that because that's been happening, that Josh Allen is better than Lamar Jackson. And understand, I have no problem with Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is a phenomenal quarterback. But the difference between me and these so-called experts that continue their bashing of Lamar Jackson, I can actually pay Josh Allen some credit without having to tear him down or tear Lamar down. It's a possibility. There's ways to do it, and it's possible to do. But I don't get it every single time. Every time they get a chance, they got to find some kind of way to take a jab at Lamar, and I don't understand. Especially since every time these guys say that some guy is better than Lamar Jackson always goes out later that week and destroys the guy who they say that is better than him. It happened last year when the Ravens took on the Lions and when the Ravens took on the 49ers. When they took on Detroit, everybody was saying, I'll pick Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is the better quarterback. And then what happened? They did it on the Christmas game against the 49ers, saying that Brock Purdy, this was back when Brock Purdy was the front runner for a lot of these guys in the MVP race. But then they play the Ravens in San Francisco. Lamar Jackson goes there, and then what happened? Not only did Lamar go out and do his thing against the 49ers, he basically knocked Brock Purdy out of the number one spot of MVP race that game. I have said this numerous times. People get so caught up in how many yards a quarterback throws a game and in his arm strength. But let's look at a game that wasn't that long ago. Matter of fact, it just happened last week when Joe Burrow threw for over 300 yards against Washington and still lost the game. What does that tell you? Your quarterback can throw 400 yards, 500 yards, can do all of that. Did he win the game? Just because you're paying attention to one thing doesn't mean everybody else is going to do that either. Everybody wants to rip on Lamar because he doesn't throw for 300 yards every single game. But the reality is Lamar doesn't have to throw for over 300 yards a game. Y'all can keep ripping on Lamar Jackson and saying every quarterback and their mama throws the ball better. It doesn't matter. Oh, look at the ball when it comes out of his arm and how far it goes. That's fantastic. Did they win? Now we're trying to push the logic that Josh Allen is a better runner than Lamar Jackson. Or, I'm sorry, a scarier runner than Lamar Jackson. If Josh Allen is the boogeyman, then Travis Jones is the Ghostbusters. Man hit the ground so fast I thought he got whiplash. But you know what? Every time I hear about these debates, we can't even, you know what? I'm not even going to call them debates anymore, because a debate is when someone says something and someone defends. They don't defend Lamar Jackson. They just all agree and just try to call themselves, oh, he's still a great quarterback. No, basically everybody just says Lamar Jackson isn't good enough to be on the same tier as Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and all these other guys. Seriously, as far as I'm concerned, every sports station that covers football is better off just not talking about Lamar Jackson at all, because every single time they just say something about him, he goes out there and just makes them all look worse than they already do. But by all means, continue with your logic. Continue down the road you have created for yourself. That just makes it easier for guys like me when we bring out these receipts.
That we got something wrong. As y'all should. Y'all. I'm not finding that at all, actually. Oh, because y'all said there was levels to it. And y'all said that Josh is way bigger level than Lamar. And I said, no, that's not true. I said they both were on the same level. And I think that Josh is better. I mean, even them losing like that and then getting the hell beat out of him, I mean, I think Josh, I would take Josh still before I take Lamar. I think we all would. Yeah. Right? I didn't change.
Somebody still trying to ice skate up here.
Thank you for watching this video. By all means, like, share, and leave a comment. And if you want to see more content, go ahead and push the subscribe and notification button for videos already up and for the ones to come.